Hello everyone, my name is Melita and I am the CEO of Prism Business Services, a boutique firm that provides business consultation, notary signing services, and tax filing. I'm making this video today just really quickly to clear up an issue surrounding the child tax credit and whether or not someone is eligible to claim a child as a dependent for that credit. If you're somebody who has been divorced or legally separated, you might be familiar with the terminology in custody orders that determine which parent can claim a child for tax purposes in which year. So it might look something like the custodial parent can claim the child this year, the non-custodial parent can claim the child next year, and then the custodial child the year after that, and so on and so forth, right? But those orders are a bit outdated, and it's important that you know that federal law trumps state law. So your custody orders don't trump what the legal requirements are from the IRS when it comes to claiming a child as a dependent. Now, there are several criteria that need to be met in order to claim a child as a dependent. However, the most important one, and one that I think that you as a parent, if you're watching this, need to be aware of, is where your child lives, and specifically where your child lives for more than half the year. Because even if you have joint custody, you cannot divide a year completely equally. There's 365 days. So somebody gets the extra day, or somebody is getting, a little bit more than the other person. And the person who the child lives with for more than half of the year is generally the person who is eligible to claim a child as a dependent. That's important to know, right? Because if you're filing your taxes and you're somebody who thinks that you're allowed to file or to claim a child as a dependent when you file, the IRS, if they audit you, is going to ask for medical records. They're going to ask for school records. They're going to ask for whatever proves the address of the child. And if the child is not in your custody for more than half of the year and you can't prove that, you're not going to be allowed to claim the child. And not only that, but if you claim the child and you're not supposed to, you can be penalized by not being allowed to claim the child for a period of time. And eventually, if you keep doing it, you might be prevented from claiming any children at all for these credits. It's very important that you know that. If you are someone who is divorced or legally separated and you alternate years with the other parent, you need to file what's called a Form 8332. And this form is a release exemption to a non-custodial parent. So it releases them legally so that it releases the child legally so that the other parent can claim them without there being any issue. Now, keep in mind, if you sign this exemption, they're released for 1 year. It's not a forever kind of thing. So you'll turn this form in when you file your taxes. The non-custodial parent who will be claiming the child as a dependent with this exemption, they will also need to release a copy of this form. You'll need to keep copies on record. Your tax preparer will need to have a copy of this form. But for all future years, the child is the dependent of the person who they live with for more than half of the year, considering that they, don't provide more than half of their own support, which is kind of another issue entirely. So let's see. Yeah, so if a custodial parent does sign Form 8332, this doesn't mean that they can't necessarily claim the earned income credit with that dependent. It just means that for the child tax credit and other credits that require that child be in the direct custody of a person for more than half of the year, that they can't be filed unless that criteria is met. I'm sure you probably have a few more questions. Head over to Facebook and join the group Where's My Refund tax prep and filing questions. And we'll talk a little bit more in detail about it. If you have questions that are specific to you, you can send me a message. You can email me at getstarted@prismbusiness.com, or you can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I will link all of my information in the description box below, okay? Sorry to sour your mood if you just found out that you're not eligible to claim that kid as a dependent, but I'm glad that now you know that an eligible dependent child must reside with you for more than half of the year, regardless of what your custody order says. Okay? Look up Form 8332, talk to your tax preparer, talk to me, and let's get it figured out. All right? I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.